All right, guys, what's going on? Welcome in. In this one, I really wanted to focus here on the AFC East for a second, okay? And you're probably looking at the title of this video thinking to yourself, yeah, dude, obviously the Jets have got to be able to hang in and compete with the teams in our division, the Miami Dolphins, New England Patriots, and of course the Buffalo Bills, clearly, right? Especially if we're all expecting, we're all hoping for 7, 8, 9, maybe even 10 wins this upcoming season. I think the grand majority of us can pretty much agree that anything less than 5, 6 wins is, it would be a disappointing season. Looking at all of the new draft picks, all of the new free agent acquisitions, understanding that it's Salah's second year, it's Mike LaFleur's second year, Zach Wilson, Elijah Moore, a lot of young talent going into their second year. I think 7 wins, 8 wins. That's doable. That is doable. I understand that the AFC is very tough. I understand that we play in a very difficult division, but looking at the schedule, I feel confident in at least 7. Like that's what I'm hoping for. 7 wins. That's my personal benchmark for this Jets team moving forward here. But competing within the AFC East has been a massive issue over the past couple seasons here. And I know I might sound like I'm overreacting a little bit, but let's just read off the numbers. Last year in 2021, the Jets were 0-6 against the AFC East. Okay, obviously not where we want to be. 2020, 0-6 again. 2019, 2-4. Rewind to Sam Darnold's rookie year, 2018, 1-5. Those numbers are atrocious. 3 wins, 21 losses in the last 4 years. In the last 2 years, 0-12. That is a number that has got to change. Look, even if we split 500, 3-3 this year against the division, I think that would be a tremendous step in the right direction. Under 500, 2-4. I know we talked about 2-4 in 2019. But look, 2-4 against the AFC East, I think this year, all things considered, knowing how good Buffalo is, knowing how established New England is, and also knowing the talent level that the Miami Dolphins not only just possess going into the offseason, but looking at their free agent acquisitions with Armstead, they just recently brought in Sony Michel. They're not as established coaching staff wise like Belichick and McDermott. They're kind of in that transition period, much like the New York Jets were last year. But I gotta say, at the end of the day, McDaniel was walking into a much better situation inside that locker room compared to Saleh last year. The Dolphins aren't going to have to do this massive teardown or anything like that, build up with a young rookie quarterback that's seeing defenses for the first time, that has tons and tons of positions to fill all across the roster. No, Mike McDaniel has a lot of things to work with. Okay, Tyreek Hill, like the list goes on and on. Already had Waddle on the roster, Gesicki. The Dolphins have some pieces here. Okay, so I'm looking at the New York Jets right now. Yes, this is still a young team. Yes, we have a bunch of new faces, newcomers walking into this locker room, but I personally don't feel, maybe it's the Jet fan in me, I don't feel like this Jets team is 3-4 years away from competing. I don't really feel like that. I feel like this is the season to start stacking wins, right? Let's build, let's compete, let's hang in, just like the Bucs game. Yeah, the Jets lost that game in the final, minute against Tom Brady. Of course, you want to win that game, but man, did the Jets compete. There was so much good that we can pull from that game. Zach Wilson, right, super efficient, completing a ton of passes, not turning the football over. The defense actually holding Tom Brady in check up until the final, really the fourth quarter there. I want more games like that. More games like against the Bengals early in the season. We're starting Mike White. He has an outstanding day. Or even the Tennessee Titans game where the Jets squared up with a playoff team and managed to beat them, right? That game was awesome. It was back and forth and the Jets walked away victorious. And, I'll go as far as to say, even if the Jets would have lost that game, it was still a competitive football game. Okay, so I want to see more games like that. And I think it starts with the AFC East. Again, I understand that the Buffalo Bills are one of, if not the best team in football. So they're going to be, a tough out for sure. But New England, they lost J.C. Jackson. They lost Josh McDaniels. Okay, I'm looking at the New England, and of course we can never count out Belichick. I'm personally not writing off New England. I'm not saying they're going to be bad. I'm not saying they're going to be a bottom 5, bottom 10 team in football. But I definitely feel like there's an Achilles heel there. I think there are chinks in the armor, if you will. And then we talked about Miami before. A lot of talent, but a brand new head coach. He's never been a head coach before. How does that whole thing go? Play calling, is there an issue there? What's happening with the defense? I love the defensive pieces roster-wise, but with a brand new head coach, a brand new staff, you just don't really know what you're going to get. And you could say the same thing with Hackett in Denver and Eberflus in Chicago, Kevin O'Connell, Minnesota. It's just Robert Saleh last season. We just don't know what these guys are going to look like. I feel like if you would have told me at the start of last season, the Jets adding Robert Saleh, a defensive genius coming over with a time-tested scheme, is going to come over to this Jets locker room and put up the worst defense in football, I would have said no way, not a chance. It just doesn't work like that. But it happened. Okay, so you never really know what's going to happen with the coaching staff. Bottom line is this: the Jets have got to compete. I'm not saying we have to go undefeated 6-0 in the division or anything like that. But look, if we can split 500, 3-3, if we can hang in with the Buffalo Bills, maybe get an upset W, that would be incredible. Not only just for the locker room, for the morale, and for the record, but also to break the narrative of just getting absolutely, humiliated off the field every time we play an AFC East rival. Again, 0-12 the last 2 years. That drives me up a wall. 3-21 in the last 4 years. Man, that is brutal. We gotta turn the tables. We gotta flip the script on everybody in the NFL. I love the direction. I love where this team is going. I love the young pieces, and I cannot wait. But I really feel like the Jets have got to get competitive within the division first and foremost, before we start talking about overtaking the division, possibly being a wild card team, everything like that. I think it starts at home. It starts within the East. So anyway, let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section. Where do you stand on this? I mean, obviously, I feel like I could speak for everybody here. We want the Jets to win as many games as possible. But again, I feel like the in-division numbers are absolutely horrible, and they got to change. Anyway, thanks so much for watching. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section. I appreciate it. And as always, go Jets.